Hello everyone, my name is Christian. Welcome back to my hobby blog. Today I'm very excited because I'm going to be talking about volumes 15 or 14 through 16 of Berserk. And this is the first sort of section of the Conviction arc, which is a new arc after the Golden Age that I know nothing about. I know nothing from here on out about the series. I've seen some images, but all of those images that I've seen occurred in these volumes. So I'm very excited. I really enjoyed this section of volumes. I didn't think it was as good as Golden Age, of course, but I mean, that's some of the best storytelling in human history, in my opinion. But Volume 14 starts right off with the Score Knight calling himself the foe of the Inhumans and flying Guts back to the mountain that Godo is at. And that's the blacksmith who is kind of helping Guts and Casca kind of get back on their feet after the eclipse. And he, Guts and the Skull Knight see Casca standing on like a hill at one point, and Skull Knight talks about how basically everybody's going to be infected with ghosts, tracking them and kind of mocking them for the rest of their lives if you have a brand. And he explains this to Guts and then sees Casca and is like, oh, she's being kind of demonized by all these demons. And they show up and she's not even registering what's going on and is not at all affected by these demons. And Guts and the Skull Knight take her away and get her back into the mine, which apparently is coated in like a specific sort of dust that allows demons to be repelled from people. So her staying in the cave is actually protecting her, which is really good. But I really don't think that Casca's going to be there for long, and as we know, this series is very dark, so I don't have much hopes for her in that regard. But she births a demon fetus during this moment, and it disappears from thin air before Guts is able to kill it. And that was such a WTF moment for me because I was not expecting that at all. I had a feeling that she would maybe be impregnated, but that would become like something later in the storyline, like Griffith trying to take his son back. But Skull Knight remarks that it's actually the son or the child of Casca and Guts, not Griffith. So Griffith, or Guts, is the father of this demon infant. And I have no idea where the storyline is going. I haven't seen this demon infant yet in the story. But yeah, this was just a lot of fun, I guess, in terms of dark material and things I've never seen before in storytelling. This was definitely unique. But after this, Godo is talking with Guts and is like, hey, like, don't just steal any sword that you want. Here's a sword that is Dragon Slayer. And I made this sword for somebody who wanted to kill a dragon, and they basically were like, no, I don't have the money to pay this or whatever. So Godo kept it and gives it to Guts. And Guts now has this awesome really sharp sword that can kill demons. He doesn't use it that much. He still goes with his giant iron slab that is his sword, and I love to see him use that. I love seeing him use the small sword as well, Dragon Slayer, but I really hope that we do get some more dragons in this series. I think that would be a whole lot of fun, because so far we've only seen the head of a dragon when the sword was being explained. But he uses this sword to kill an apostle, which was really nasty. I'm always a fan of Guts killing apostles. I think it's one of the most exciting portions of the series for me. And in terms of, I guess, my lizard brain, that's the parts I have the most fun with in the series. But these fights, paired with the masterful writing that is Kentaro Miura and his team, it is so, like, this series is just some of the best, and even if this isn't reaching the level of the Golden Age, or at least not yet, like, everything that's going on, I'm still very much interested and invested, and it's just amazing. I really enjoyed it. We have a 2 year time gap, which was really fascinating. I thought we would have either no time skip, or a big time skip, like 10 years or something. But I'm happy to see that we have sort of just 2 years, which is nice. And Guts saves a girl named Jill who is looking uh, for her village. Or, yeah, she's out kind of exploring on her own. And Guts finds her, and she is attacked by a haunted tree. And Guts saves her. And he escorts her back to her village, and everyone's pissed at him. Apparently, they have a curfew where, like, if you don't come in at night, basically you're gonna die. Is what this world is now. And the village people go to Guts and it's like, hey, like, where has she been? We've been looking for her since yesterday. We thought she was dead. And her father shows up and drunkenly beats her and is like, God, you gave us so many problems and, all this stuff. And her mom is just trying to keep everyone together and happy. And Guts is really confused by this. And we get a moment when the village people turn on Guts, and Guts tries to get away, and he gets away. But then we get the sequence where a bunch of elves that we learn, they come in and just completely, like, kill a few animals and a few people and just cause this whole panic. And then the elves fly away. And Guts has no idea about any of this, really. He knows about the big elf, who we later learn is a girl who ended up sacrificing her parents in order to become an elf, because she was obsessed with the story about, let me get the name right, make sure it's correct. Lee Pack? What's. Oh, PCAF. Okay. Yeah, so this girl was looking for, or I have to, like, get this straight in my head. Okay, so we have this character named Jill, who was friends with this other character named Rosine. And both of them were friends, and they were obsessed with the story of PCAF, the elf boy, who was ostracized by his community and wanted to become an elf and all this stuff. So she and her friend go into the woods, or Rosine goes into the woods, and wants to become an elf because her parents are fighting, her dad's a drunk, just like Jill's dad is. And after that, we don't really know anything about that, because next we see Rosine is now this, like, giant, not really giant, but she's this monarch butterfly entity who is able to control the elves. And she's trying to sort of bring back the elves, make the mountain more elf based, or having more elves just in the area. And by the end of this whole storyline, like, I was really sad because this entire storyline is about two girls who just wanted, like, a normal home life, and they were mystified by the elves. And so they joined them, or at least Rosine does, and becomes an elf through the Behelit, by the way. She used the Behelit. She had no idea about this, but she bled on it, and then it's like, I want my parents to go away, and I want wings, just like the elves. And that's sort of what happens, because Guts is able to mortally wound Rosine, but Rosine flies away. But before that happens, we get a flashback explaining everything with her and sort of how this happened. And the entire time, like, Guts is just like, yeah, but you shouldn't have killed all those people. Like, what you did was terrible. And every time my brand bleeds, like, you're nearby. So, like, you have something with a god hand. And it's revealed that she did use the Battlet to kill her parents and become an elf. And it's just so sad to me because she did all of that, like, out of a need for some sort of guardian in her life, because the guardians in her life were not good at all. Her mom was good, but her dad just ruled the household with an iron fist. And it was just like, I don't know, it was just really, really sad. And during this entire portion, we have the Holy Iron Chain Knights, I believe the name is, and they're hunting after Guts because they keep finding these giant mounds full of dead people who have been slashed in half and bisected and like all this stuff. And they truly believe that Guts is this prophesied Hawk of the Darkness, because the Holy Chain Knights, they are a religious sort of mercenary group who believe in prophecies that talked about the Black Sun and the emergence of the God Hand, and how there was going to be a fifth God Hand being born during this event. And that was so cool getting all of this information, because I didn't realize, I mean, it makes sense that there would be religious, not really cults, but groups popping up post eclipse. So that was really cool to get that. I'm not really too invested into the Holy Chain or Holy Iron Chain Knights, but I am excited by it, by the possibilities of it. So I think that's about all we get with this section of storyline. There wasn't as much that happened in these chunk of volumes, but it's still great. I still really enjoy Berserk, and I'm really excited. But I really have no idea like where the story goes next. And I don't want to know, but like it's just really interesting kind of thinking about what's going to happen next. And I have no idea. So I think that's about it. I'm happy to see the video still recording. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you think about the series. Is there something you want me to talk about more? What do you think about the future arcs? All of that. And let me know what you think about Berserk in general, because as I said in the previous videos, I love talking Berserk. So the more people commenting, the happier I will be talking about the series. So thank you all so much again, and please have a great rest of the day.